This is QTV News coming to you from our studios on Karaba Avenue. I am Mudu Gajaga and thank you for joining us. First, here are the main news headlines. The National Social Protection Secretariat held the second edition of the International Social Protection Conference on Monday. A Gambian delegation led by Tourism Minister Hamad N.K. Bah is in the United Kingdom to take part in the world travel market to attract more tourists and investors. The National Population Commission over the weekend wrapped up 20 days training on National Transfer Account and Demographic Dividend Monitoring and Gender Demographic Dividend Indices. In business news, we have the foreign exchange rates from the Central Bank of the Gambia for the 6th to the 12th of November 2023. In international news, we hear about the Israel-Palestine war exactly 1 month after this conflict flared up. And in sports news, Kunjo FC defeated Bambali FC on post-match penalties to clinch the Alaji Babu Sise Trophy. Those were the news headlines, and now the news in detail. Welcome and thank you for joining us. This is QTV News. The National Social Protection Secretariat held the second edition of the International Social Protection Conference on Monday. As Jenaba Sonko reports, the theme is accelerating social protection financing to increase coverage and reach.
Representatives from different sectors gathered to commit to closing social protection gaps by extending coverage and strengthening social protection flows, which is part of the 2015 Addis Ababa Declaration and the African Union's Agenda 2063. This can be achieved through accelerating social protection financing for programs. United Nations agencies have been one of the strongest partners in the provision of resources to support the most vulnerable. Here is Seraphine Wakana, the United Nations resident coordinator in the Gambia.
It is only through our collective commitment to social protection that we can address these issues effectively. The COVID-19 pandemic and the triple crisis of food, energy, and finance has been a major setback on progress toward the UN's Sustainable Development Goals.
Despite the relative importance given to social protection at both regional and national levels, social protection coverage remains very limited in the continent. Most recent ILO estimates show that Africa has the lowest social protection coverage in the world, minus 17.8% of the total population. This is compared with the global average of 45%. C.D. Keita, the Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, spoke on social protection financing.
The National Social Protection Secretariat has developed the Gambia Social Registry, which is at an advanced stage of completion for nationwide coverage. It is a single largest database of all programs so that can be used towards making targeted intervention to the vulnerable communities. It will help in building a more efficient system of social protection systems. Currently, the Social Protection Register has covered the rest of the country except the Greater Banjul area and KMC. And once the register is completed, a nationwide subsidy in areas such as fuel will be suppressed, and targeted means-tested intervention will be invoked to make the intervention of government resources more reflective of the priorities.
Activists call for more dialogue and coherence between the international financial and development institutions to avoid contradictory policy advice on the level and nature of investment in social protection. A convergence such as the International Social Protection Conference will bring about solutions. The Gambia's Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jala commits to increase social protection financing.
The government is also committed to social protection in line with our international commitments to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights of 1948, which enshrines right to social security, the African Charter on Human and People's Rights 1981, and the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of the Child 1990, which advance social protection with human rights approach.
For the next 3 days, participants will devise innovative ways to increase social protection financing. A call to action paper will be delivered to the Vice President on the final day to ensure interventions are followed up. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jenaba Sonko.
A Gambian delegation led by Tourism Minister Hamad N.K. Bah is in the United Kingdom to take part in the world travel market to promote Gambia's image to attract more tourists and investors. QTV's Mam Sekengom travelled with the delegation and she filed this report.
Brings together the international leisure travel community, providing inspiration, education, sourcing and benchmarking to travel professionals, whilst providing exhibitors a place to do business and showcase their services to the international press. Hamad N.K. Bah, the Gambia's Minister of Tourism, says Gambia is a famous destination for tourists from England.
Over 40% of our tourists are coming from this destination, so therefore it's key and very important to the Gambian tourism sector. As a result, we believe every time that WTM is organized, we will have our people here. We are sharing ideas with them and to see how best we can really level the ground.
The Gambia's tourist season officially opened last month. Restaurant owners, bird watchers, tourists, taxi drivers and other stakeholders in the tourism industry are expecting a good season. Adam Anjai, Director of Gambia Tourism Promotion UK, spoke about the Gambia's marketing plan to attract more tourists.
When we sell in Gambia to the world, we sell Gambia in totality. Of course, everybody's aware of the Smiling Coast of Africa. When we sell, we don't sell only one package. We sell the hospitality, we sell the we sell the wonderful beaches we have. We have fantastic eco camps, sustainable tourism. You understand, friendly atmosphere. When it comes to MICE conferencing or MICE market, you cannot beat us. When it comes to tourism, it's about security. And to be honest, Gambia, when it comes to security, we are well known of one of the best or the most secure country in Africa.
World Travel Market are travel professionals seeking to build unique and competitive world-class travel experiences to package up and sell onto customers. Babukar S. Kamara, Director General of the Gambia Tourism Board, spoke about the importance of attending such events.
The purpose why we are here is to come and attend and join our partners in the tourism and travel trade as a one-stop shop to discuss and exhibit what we have as destinations in our own countries. That is why we are here. And I will tell you for a fact that we have over 5,000 destinations that are present in this event, and we have over 9,000 plus decision makers here in this event, and about 51,000 visitors that are registered to attend this event.
WTM enables the growth and development of the global travel industry through 6 annual business-to-business events across 4 continents. The event is the World Travel Trade's most influential travel and tourism event globally, and it is its 43rd year as a platform to promote Gambia's tourism industry. It is hoped participants in this event will showcase what the country can offer to attract more to tourists and investors. Reporting for QTV News from London, United Kingdom, I am Mam Sekengom.
As part of the Sub-Saharan Women's Empowerment and Demographic Dividend Project funded by the World Bank, the National Population Commission on Saturday wrapped up 20 days training on National Transfer Account and Demographic Dividend Monitoring and Gender Demographic Dividend Indexes. LUCC reports.
The trainees are drawn from various ministries and departments, which resulted in producing the first ever demographic dividend profile for the Gambia. It is a significant initiative in the Gambia's capacity to manage demographic data and promote evidence-based planning. The training focused on updating the Gambia's DDMI's profile, a crucial step in understanding demographic trends and their implications for our country's development. Dr. Mariama Fane, Director, National Population Commission, and Nyakasi MB Sanyang, Statistician General at the Gambia Bureau of Statistics, respectively, welcome this as a great achievement.
In the Gambia, looking at the indicators from 2013 to 2019, 2020, and I'm looking at the DHS, we have seen that there are improvements in maternal mortality from 433 for every 100,000 live births to 289. We have also seen improvements in under 5 mortality. And as well, we have also seen that the age structure of the population has been changing with dependency decreasing. And this comparing 2013 census with data from the Population Reference Bureau. We have seen a decline in dependency of 10%, and that is also reflected in the NTA profiles that we have just developed.
It has been a long journey. Some of us are aware that attempts have been made earlier to produce a demographic dividend profile for the country. But as I am aware, it has never happened. I'm not sure. Maybe some drafts have been produced. Of course, I know some drafts were produced, but this has never been published, and it has never gotten to this level.
This is expected to enable the Gambia to track progress more effectively towards the achievement of the demographic dividend, a key element in our Green Recovery Focused National Development Plan. Fanda Baiseka, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Minister of Health, and Aliuba from the World Bank's Human Development Network commended the participants for their commitment to the program.
We have the potentials, we have the know-how, and I guess we are committed. Spending 20 days out from family, 20 days out from work, it's not a joke. It's quite a lot of commitment of time. And I'm certain that the Gambian expert will continue to encourage you. The Sweat Observatory is established. It's here to stay. We will commit in resources, but we also call on the Gambia government.
Cedric and Caroline came in to choose tiles for their brand new kitchen.
Especially the Ministry of Finance and also the Statistician General to ensure that the observatory is functional, is given the resources needed.
One of the good things about this training, I must say here, is the multi-sectoral nature of the participants. I came here the other day and I found that you have participants from almost every sector and every government ministry. And we have the UTG very, very actively engaged. We had GBOS who were leading, a lot of the sessions as well. So this training program is one of the most fruitful training programs that is going to benefit the entire government system.
Several other speakers at the closing ceremony said they are hopeful that this achievement will have a great impact on the country's demographic dividend and getting right and up-to-date data. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliu Sise.
Apologies there for that little interruption in the clip, and we'll go for a commercial break. When we return, we'll still have some more local, international and sports news stories. Do stay tuned.
We understand the frustration you face in purchasing quality and right materials. Welcome to AD80 Gambia Store. We are here to make life easy for you. With our quality materials, we got you covered. At our store, you can purchase all things you need to work with, be it electrical, plumbing, and all types of solar materials. We are here to serve you. Buy the following from our store: electrical pump, solar pumps, pump AC and DC, inverter 5 kVA, contractor, compact, breakers, machine power control, etc. All our materials are high quality and can serve you for long. Walk into our store today and we have no doubt you will be amazed. We are located at Canifing Industrial Area opposite MP Trading. You can better still call us on 5873-743-5873-747 3071-291 or 277-1475. AD80 Gambia Store, the right place.
Cedric and Caroline came in to choose tiles for their brand new kitchen. Brown or beige? Brown. And why not a new mixture tap? A new sink too? Fine, a new sink too. And what about a lighting fixture? Shall we go for this one? See, you're finally on the same page.
I also wanted a new kitchen counter.
We got you, Caroline.
And yes, that's Batimat Bati Day. Take advantage of exceptional discounts up to 80% on tiles, sanitary, electrical, and lighting. From November 4th to 18th, you will be splurging. Batimat, welcome home.
Welcome back and thank you very much for joining us. This is QTV News. Rice farmers in Nyanija district in the Central River region are optimistic about the prospects of a good harvest this farming year, despite facing some challenges. They were speaking to our regional correspondent Bakari Balde at their rice fields in Kerawan Sitokoto. Here's the report.
Rice, Gambia's staple food, is widely grown in the Central River region. The women of Kerawan Sitokoto in Nyanija are busy transplanting varieties of rice seedlings in these rice fields. Even though women are the predominant rice growers, men also join them to ease the labor. Fanta Kamara is the oldest woman in the village and has toiled in these rice fields for more than 5 decades.
First, we clear the land and till the soil and sow the seeds. That's what we have always done. But after any intrusion of salt water, we wait until the rain comes 2 or 3 times before we till the soil. We also till the higher ground in the swampy area and sow our nursery seeds before they are planted.
The Gambia has a lot of arable land, especially along the fertile river banks of the River Gambia, which if used properly could cater for most of our demand for rice. Bunja Keta and Momodu Kamaso, both prominent rice farmers in this community, emphasize the importance of rice farming and further highlight some of the challenges they faced.
They should help us with power tillers and good roads. If we get the right equipment, the country will not import rice anymore. We can feed the nation. We also need rice shredders because we have big rice fields but few farmers because of lack of equipment. We face a lot of challenges when the rice is ripe before harvesting. Birds, pigs, monkeys and hippos come to eat and destroy our rice. The hippos are difficult to control because they come out at night when we are sleeping. We cannot come to the fields at night.
Ajamai Jabi, another rice farmer and women's representative, says rice cultivation is part of their daily life. She explained how their work is being hampered by hippos and suggests a possible solution.
The hippos are our main threat. In Sotokoi village, they have something mechanical that scares away hippos at night, and we want the authorities to help us with something like that. It is a device installed in their fields that makes a sound like a gun on an hourly basis. If we have that device, it will scare the hippos away.
According to many we spoke to in this community, for the Gambia to be food self-sufficient, the government should invest heavily in rice production, considering the suitable and available swampy lands. Despite the numerous challenges these farmers are facing, they are still hopeful of a bumper harvest this year. Bakari Balde, QTV News.
Well, that report by Bakari Balde takes us to business news. The Central Bank of the Gambia has issued the official interbank foreign exchange rates for the 6th to the 12th of November, and here are those rates.
Bank of the Gambia has released the following official interbank foreign exchange rates for valuation purposes, applicable from the 6th of November to the 12th of November 2023. The rates are as follows: $1 US, $62 Cs, 28 batuts; €1, $66 Cs, 69 batuts; £1 British pound, $76 Cs, 49 batuts; £1 Swiss franc, $66 Cs, 31 batuts; 5,000 CFA franc, $494 Cs, 47 batuts; 100 Swedish krona, $538 Cs, 81 batuts; 100 Norwegian krona, $531 Cs, 27 batuts; 100 Danish krone, $673 Cs, 29 batuts; West African unit of account currency, $82 Cs, 3 batuts. That is the end of the official interbank foreign exchange rate for valuation purposes from the Central Bank of the Gambia for the period of 6th of November to the 12th of November 2023. Adel Dele Campbell reporting for QTV News.
From Money Matters, now to international news. Human Rights Commissioner says the Israel-Palestine conflict has been one full month of carnage of incessant suffering, bloodshed, destruction, outrage, and despair, as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announces that there would be no ceasefire in Gaza without the release of our hostages. Here is Mudum Butch.
Hamas officials say they will not release the hostages while they are under attack. Reports indicate that Israeli forces have encircled Gaza City, home to a third of the enclave's 2.3 million people, and are poised to attack it soon in their campaign to annihilate the Hamas Islamists. A U.S. official says at least 350,000 civilians remain in the war-hit areas. The Israelis have opened a 4-hour window for them to leave. The UN says in Gaza, services are close to breaking point without fuel supplies, which Israel has refused to allow into the territory. All bakeries in northern Gaza are out of service, says Gaza's Interior Ministry. UN-run shelters are so crowded that it is impossible to count the people needing food, water, medicine, and other basics as more fighting and bombardments continue. The suffering has been immense, with entire city blocks leveled and bodies in white shrouds piling up outside hospitals where surgeons have had to operate on blooded floors by the light of their phones. The unrelenting carnage has polarized world opinion over the past month. Supporters of Israel insist on Israel's right to self-defense, but from Washington to London and Tehran to Dakar, hundreds of thousands of protesters across the globe have been rallying in solidarity with the Palestinians. The UN General Assembly has passed a resolution for a ceasefire, but the more authoritative Security Council has been paralyzed by semantics, unable to decide between ceasefire and humanitarian pauses. Major powers such as the US, the UK, France, and Germany have sided with Israel on the issue of ceasefire. More than 10,000 Palestinians have been killed since the offensive, around 40% of them children, according to health officials in Gaza. Experts say the rising death toll and suffering increase the risk of the conflict spreading to other fronts, including the Israeli-occupied West Bank and the northern border with Lebanon. Both areas have seen a surge in unrest to the deadliest levels in many years. 163 Palestinians have been killed so far in the West Bank by Israeli forces since October 7. Even Netanyahu has conceded to the humanitarian urgency when he said in an ABC News interview broadcast on Monday night that he would consider tactical little pauses in their attacks, an hour here, an hour there, to allow the entry of aid and the exit of hostages from the Gaza Strip. But how far this will assuage the dire situation remains to be seen. Prime Minister Netanyahu further revealed that after its war with Hamas, his country will take what he calls overall security responsibility of the Gaza Strip for an indefinite period. Military analysts warn of weeks of grueling house-to-house fighting ahead in Gaza. For QTV News, I am Mudum Butch.
Coming up next is sports news. In a well-attended football final, Kunjo FC defeated Bambali FC on post-match penalties after a 1-1 draw in regular time to clinch the Alaji Babu Sise Trophy in an exciting climax to the Sabah Sanjal District Tournament on Saturday. Don Williams has more.
The atmosphere in the field was exuberant, with clapping, singing and dancing by supporters of Bambali FC who were dressed in their ashobi. The teams were led onto the field by referees from Farafeni for the kick-off, which was taken by Usman Ba, the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy. Bambali FC were in yellow and black, while their opponents, Kunjo FC, were in black and white jerseys. The breakthrough came in the 22nd minute after a long high ball was sent midway into the Bambali half, and as two defenders jumped for a header, which they both missed, Lamin Baji of Kunjo FC seized their mistake to tap the ball into the net, sending Kunjo FC supporters wild. It was a lead Kunjo FC were to hold till the end of the first half. The second half started with both sides missing good chances to score. However, to the delight of their fans, the equalizer for Bambali FC was scored by Aruna Fati, wearing number 15. During the post-game penalties, Bambali missed one whilst Kunjo FC scored all of theirs to make it 6-5 to clinch the Alhaji Babu Sisi trophy. Honorable Alhaji Babu Sisi, the National Assembly member for Sabah Sajal and the main sponsor of the tournament, thanked all who made the event successful and explained the reason for organizing the tournament.
The main aim and purpose of hosting this tournament is to reconcile the people of Sabah Sajal and also to, to bring peaceful coexistence between the people of Sabah Sajal, especially the youth. We have seen that in the past, politics used to divide people. Coming from elections, we realized that and we deemed it necessary to bring all the youths together under one umbrella, using football to bring and preach peace in Sabah Sajal.
Amadou Dabo is the captain of Kunjo FC and is scored the deciding penalty.
When we go to penalty shootout, I was always there to take the last kick of the game, and I always God helped me to win, to score a goal, to win in goal. Yeah, I was preparing for this since long time because this is going to be a fourth times to win this trophy, Sabah Sajal Award from Kunju.
Musa Kanaji is the captain of Bambali FC.
We thank God because we are unbeaten throughout the tournament. They are the winners, but we all deserve to win.
The event ended with the winners, Kunjo FC, surrounded by jubilant supporters after collecting the trophy and the cash prize of $40,000 each and gold medals. Bambali FC received $30,000 each and silver medals. The tournament's leading goal scorer was Bambali FC striker Aruna Fati. John Williams, QTV News, Sabah Sajal, North Bank Region.
Exciting football final there, and we've been giving a knockout blow by time. That's it for QTV News tonight. Join us again at 10 for another bulletin.